And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Timberwolves. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, there's the Warriors. Just need to take it a game at a time.
Well, I think for Minnesota,
they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for them. It's Curry and Hield. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And for Minnesota, some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. Conley out there with Hodges. And it's Edwards in at the small forward position. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Outside Curry. Launches a 3. Good on the triple.
And how many times have we seen this? Curry always has an answer from 3.
Here's Hodges. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said, Curry makes your entire 5 guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thank you, David. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Wizards in Washington. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Hodges, that's good.
all these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Green. Shot to stop the run. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Hodges, that's good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others, not so much. Take a look at the Warriors. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves,
They've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Hield kicks it out to Wiggins from deep. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Timberwolves leading by 11. Edwards passes to Hodges. Fires the three. Kept alive. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Wiggins outside. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Curry can't get it to go. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 16-3 run. And those advanced numbers, Doors, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
Here's Hodges. Hands it from downtown. Hodges has got 14 points for the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Wiggins. 11 points last game. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Hodges.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Hield outside. Back to Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Hield can't hit.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Hodges, that's good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State, trailing by 19. Wiggins kicks to Hield to stop the run. Sinks the three-pointer. Hield's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Minnesota on top, up 19. From Target Center, back in a moment. And so far through substitutes here for the Timberwolves. Garza's checked in, and Hodges subbed in for McDaniels.
Time.
Then for the Warriors, Trace Jackson Davis comes in for Looney, and Curry subbed in for Draymond Green. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Toronto. Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Trace Jackson Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Melton in at the three, the small forward. Pass to Hodges. Here's the three. It's good from long range. Hodges has got 26 points.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Wizards put on a show. He had 60 points and was reliable as ever from distance. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely down. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Right side Curry. Here's Podziemski. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Podziemski's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And again, another shot trained there from Hodges.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. Hield comes in for Brandon Podziemski. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, coming off that screen, head up, Wiggins makes the right choice.
Here's Conley. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Hodges. Beyond the arc. Good! Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Conley against Curry. "11 seconds left to play in the first half. Hield with the bucket.
Hield, assisted by Andrew Wiggins.
Here is Hodges. There's the 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Minnesota on top, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest.
If these guys end up making the cut, this will be a dunk contest for the ages, man. They're not just athletes, they are showmen.
And as long as they show me creativity, and it reminds me like a box of donuts, I need something fresh.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Some big guys down front on the block, Towns and Gobert. Hodges is out there with Conley, and it's Edwards in at the 3 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Shot by Hield, nobody around, and the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
First team foul.
The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He's off on the first. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Draymond Green. And he's good on the second. And here is Kuminga. Nothing on the board. Outside Curry. Here's the screen. That three off the mark. Timberwolves shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Hodgins launches it and got it. Another basket.
Hats off to him. I mean, he's got the longest 40-point streak in history.
Unreal. He's been on a scoring binge the likes we have never seen before. Kuminga kicks to Hield, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hield's got 11 points.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out. Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. To the middle, here's Hield. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Where they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Hodges. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Wiggins outside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Curry outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Yet another bucket.
Once again, this guy cannot be stopped.
It is incredible. He's nearing 2nd overall in career 50-point games. And still going strong.
Chasing the incomparable Michael Jordan. I mean, that comparison alone should give you chills. Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Hield can't hit.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Took him no time at all on that one. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the foul called on Thunder. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Towns. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. Melton's shot is good.
Well, this guy has made giant strides in his playmaking. Nice setup by Buddy Hield right there.
Here's Hodges. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
The Warriors shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here's Melton. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A. The Warriors shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Melton. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Here is Hodges. Takes a 3. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Way out in front. Their lead at 38. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Substituting for Minnesota. Hodges comes in for Alexander Walker.
Got this, MP.
Miller surveying the floor. Here is Hodges. Good on the three-point shot. Hodges has got 59 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In at small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Wiggins kicks to Hield. And that time, also a missed shot.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet.
Good! Another from 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Pass to Wiggins. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. Gillingham with it. Out left to the wing. Here's Hodges. Good! Another from 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets.
Well, Buddy Hield not backing down on the interior. He says, I've got more than shooting in my game.
Pass to Hodges. This one for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Now Hield. Poked away. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They've won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying